Today, let's talk finances and financial planning for your business. What's up, icons? It's the Iconic Fashion Figure, and we're continuing to heat it up, and we're taking it up just another notch on day 12 of Heatwave Hustle, your ultimate summer success bootcamp. And now we're about to switch over and start talking about finances and budgeting and making sure you have the money you need if you need money to start your business. These are my 8 tips for financial planning for new entrepreneurs. Tip number 1, start with analyzing your business model. That way we know exactly how much money you actually need to start your business. And of course, my suggestion is going to be to start small and then scale it up. You've heard me say that multiple times during this bootcamp and just in general on my channel. Start it small and scale it up. Cut out any of the unnecessary things that just really isn't needed right now and start out with only the essentials. Now, once you've cut out the unnecessary and focusing only on the essentials, let's go into tip number 2 with creating a detailed budget. List out all those essentials from tip number 1 that you were just thinking of, and also list out the cost for each one of those essentials. Total up how much your essentials overall is going to cost you. Then next, estimate your potential revenue that you expect to make, let's say in the next 6 months to a year. Or you can even do potential revenue by month. If your potential revenue is lower or close to your expected essential expenses, then we need to reevaluate. Go back to your list of essentials and look for areas where you can cut costs or even find alternatives. So let's say there's things on your essential list that you're paying someone else to do, but maybe it's something you can learn to do or you already know how to do, so you can just do it yourself, so that can cut costs. Or maybe there's a cheaper option than the option you selected. Let's see where we can cut that down. That way your potential revenue is either break even or best solution is higher than your essential cost. So now that we know our business model and we know how much money we need to actually start our business, let's talk about where we're finding this money to fund our business. So my next tip number 3, we're going to start with bootstrapping, something I had to do myself. So you're going to start out with any potential savings that you have. You're going to use your own personal savings, or in my case, I used my money that I had set aside for bills and chose to put it towards my business. But something else that I had to do as well is cut any personal expenses that weren't necessarily a necessity. It might have been something I was comfortable with, something I was used to having, but it wasn't a necessity and I can learn to live without it. Cut it out. And the money that you were using towards those things that you've now cut out of your personal life, you can shift that money towards your business. And then also think about using free to low cost resources. So we have like the free photo shoot that I just showed you guys, the free Canva website to build your website to start out with, and so many other free essentials and low cost essentials that I provided you guys, which that video, I promise you, is coming up during this bootcamp of all my free resources that you can use to start and grow your business. Also think about free shipping supplies and using social media for marketing, things like that. Anything that's going to help you cut cost. That's going to be in that bootstrapping step. Tip number 4, because I know most of you that are part of this Heatwave Hustle bootcamp, you've started your business. So the next tip is to track your cash flow. If you need a cash flow template, I can provide you with one. Just let me know down in the comments. But you want to make sure you're tracking your cash flow. Monitor every single dollar that's going in and out of your business. Right now, it's probably starting out with all the money just going out. But if there's any type of money going in, even if someone just gives you $20 to use towards your business, monitor every dollar that's going in and out of your business. As I mentioned, I can provide you with the free template that you can use. It will most likely be an Excel template, which would be the easiest way because at least Excel can calculate everything for you. You don't have to do the math. Or you can use a free accounting software like QuickBooks has a self-employed app that you can use for your accounting to track your cash flow. Or there are other softwares out there as well that are free for entrepreneurs. So now I've talked about ways you can use your own personal money, ways you can cut out expenses, but now how else can you get money? Because I'm sure those are the things you've already thought about. And I know you're probably annoyed with me right now because you're like, you've already thought of that. You already looked into your savings. You already looked into cutting out expenses. You've already tried to eliminate things from your essential list. So this video video's not helping you, but I am about to help you. I just have to name those things first because of course those are the things we want to go to first. We don't want to have to owe anyone when starting out our business. Now that we've looked within and what we can get from ourselves, let's start looking outside. Tip number 5 is going to be to apply for funding. So you can apply for funding such as loans, there's crowdfunding, there's competitions you can apply to, and there's grants you can apply to. Now I know I mentioned at the beginning of this Summer Success Bootcamp that I will be providing you guys with a video on how to find and apply for grants, because grants you do not have to pay back, and like I said, I don't want you guys to start out your business in debt. So tomorrow, I promise you that video is coming. I want a video strictly focused on how to find and apply for grants, and I'm even going to provide you with a template to use for your grant applications. So make sure you are subscribed to my channel and you turn on that bell notification so we can start finding and applying to those grants tomorrow. But today we're going to continue focusing on ways that you can find funding, and we'll start applying tomorrow. So let's go into tip number 6. Tip number 6 is paying with payment terms. So you're going to look for vendors that offer net payment options, even like shipping accounts offer net options, as well as accounts where you can get your supplies. Find any vendors or suppliers that offer payment terms so that way you can pay it later and you're not paying it now. That at least allows you time to start your business, start selling, and then pay those invoices off. I promise you, payment terms truly helps with cash flow, and that's not just a beginner tip. That's something you want to do throughout your business to help maintain your cash flow. Now, since we're talking about financial planning and I'm telling you how to get started and how to find the money and things like that, I want to be very transparent with you. It's not all about collecting money and putting money into your business so you can make money, because there's other money that's going to be going out aside from these essentials that are on your list. And it's something I want to make sure you guys are preparing yourself for. So tip number 7 is to please do not forget about taxes. During your financial planning phase and when you are budgeting, you want to plan and save for taxes, because once you start making money, you do have to pay taxes on the money that you're making. So keep that in mind. As you're tracking the money that is coming into your business, think about the percentage in taxes that you'll have to pay on that money coming in and set that money to the side so you don't find yourself in a bind when it comes time to paying taxes and there's this big lump sum of money that you have to pay and you don't have it set aside. Also, speaking of you tracking that cash flow and tracking what's coming in, you're also tracking what's going out for taxes as well, because you want to take advantage of any deductions available. So all these essentials that you're paying for and all these expenses you're paying for, more than likely you can use them as deductions. So you want to keep track of those so that way you can use them as deductions on your taxes as well. And while we are setting money aside for taxes, let's go into tip number 8, which tip number 8 is setting aside an emergency fund. You want to set aside money for those unexpected expenses, because trust me, they do come up. They're very random, extremely unexpected, and it's hard to actually prepare for them. So you do want to set some money aside to prepare for those expenses, especially once orders start coming in and your business is starting to grow. You want to have that emergency fund set aside, and it could be emergency fund that you're putting into your business, or it could be for yourself, especially once you are full-time entrepreneur and you don't have any other source of income. You want those emergency funds for yourself in case there's a time where business is slow. So those are my 8 financial planning tips for new entrepreneurs. Again, tomorrow we're going to be focusing on how to find and apply for grants, and I'll also have a template for grant applications for you guys. That was day 12 of Heatwave Hustle, your ultimate summer success bootcamp. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and also turn on your notifications by clicking the bell so that way you're notified of these videos going up every day. That's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching.